this video, this will show you how to embed YouTube videos into Schoology for your Learn It. So our Learn It's, we need to make sure we connect it back to our I can statement as well as our standards, and that it also meets the rigor that we need for each grade level. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go over to my YouTube video, and this is a different way than we showed you live the other day. This works better. We found that if videos are unlisted, like this one from Academic Services, then this way works a lot better. So I've come over to my video. I found this on the 5th grade digital remote learning resources. So I'm going to go ahead and push this share button down here and go over to embed. This is going to let me clip it if I don't want to show the whole thing and only show part of it. And then you can have player controls. So you've got a couple settings in here. I'm just going to leave them as is, and I'm going to go ahead and hit that copy button. And it's going to copy all of this code. Now, when I come over to Schoology, I'm going to go ahead and go to Add Materials and add my page. You could also do a discussion for your Learn It if you wanted students to point out what they had learned. Maybe if you're doing like your connection for your Reader's Workshop, then that might be a great place to do a discussion instead. So I'm going to go ahead and do a page. And go ahead and title it with that Learn It. And then I'm going to add a few things to make it a little more visually appealing here in just a second. But the first thing I need to do is use that video. So I'm going to go over to Insert Content. And instead of going to YouTube this time, I'm going to go over to Image and Media. And click on From the Web up at the top. And switch over to Media. And then inside this box is where you're going to paste that code that we copied from YouTube. So once I've done that, again, it came from over here where I copied it, and now I'm pasting it inside of that embed box. And then you're going to insert the media. If you want it to be wider, you can always click on the yellow box, click on the picture icon, and change it to make it wider. I think 900 is usually the number I stick with for YouTube. And hit insert. And then how I said I was going to add some things to make it a little more visually appealing. So I'm going to add a picture of basically it just says mini lesson, but it just catches somebody's eye. So I'm going to go ahead and do image media again. And I have screenshotted this and saved it. So I'm going to go ahead and attach a file. I just used that insert content button and went to image media again. So I'm going to attach a file, and that's going to let me pull from my computer. I'm currently on a desktop, so I will be able to see everything that lives on my computer. If you're on a Chromebook, it will pull up your downloads, which will also let you access your drive. So I found my image. I just hit upload, and you see that it says mini lesson, so that way it's right there. I'm also going to add a little context. I might highlight this and make it a little bit bigger even. That text is a little small, so I just highlighted it. I can change the color of it if I'd like to. Don't pick gray, pick a color that they can actually see. There's not a Schoology blue really. I guess we could use that one. And then you can come over, and this actually has preset sizes, so you can go ahead and pick one of those. And then if you wanted to center it, anything like that, you can do that as well. You can even highlight it if you needed to. So you've got some formatting options in here, just that help. And then again, you're probably going to want to, if you're using that discussion post, it's going to have some more options for you down here below. It gives you the option for students to have to post before they can see everyone else's answers. So that's a great thing for if you're taking it as a grade. We also have ways for them to reply to each other as well. The other thing I was going to show you is that down here at the bottom, you can see that there is this inline option, which I had mentioned the other day. And what that means is it's going to show up right there on the page that all their course stream, their course updates is on, versus having to open that page to view it. And I strongly suggest turning this on. If you open that weekly folder, then that's a great place that they can see it without having to have an extra click. So I went ahead and clicked that inline option, and I'm going to go ahead and push create. So now I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom because this again is a sandbox, so it's a mess, but you can see that I have my video there. You can see my picture. It's going to catch their eye. Of course, if this was a real course, I would be dragging this all the way to the top for students to see, so it's the very first thing they see. I would make sure it's inside of a folder that also has a date on it.